He was great. I would say that's his best changeup that he's had this season, and it was making his fastball so much better. But he could go to that, and it had so much depth at times. I thought it might have been a slider. It was breaking down so much, but it really threw on the brakes and kept everybody honest. And then he pounded the zone. He elevated well. I mean, it was just he had a great tempo. Everything was there for him.
Offensively, it turned out to be the Salvy Franchy show, huh? I mean, that was quite a display.
But Salvy kind of just taking control there early on and making some things happen. But we had some good at bats. We had some guys run the bases well. We had guys playing great defense, but we needed the big hits. And we leaving to that part of the yard. First, the solo, the one he hit for the 2-run early, and then he smashed the second one, dropped the head really well. And Salvy's he's been impressive since day one. And even with the setback, just jumped right back into it. Has been as good as ever. But to see the ball jump like it's jumping for him is pretty impressive. And Franchy, what a story. I mean, this guy wasn't even slated to be a part of the team today, and took advantage. He came out, and I want to make sure the credit goes. We're getting some work early on and getting some early work with the guys who are still part of the roster, guys we needed to bring over to get work. And, he put on a show today, and it was the coaching staff, especially Pedro Grifol, really pushing like, hey, this guy really looks ready. It was Pedro that kind of pushed the issue to let's see if it comes up, and it just so happened, unfortunately, with Bubba having an injury going down, that Franchy was here, and we're able to put him in. And that's just one of those great examples of a guy going out, doing all of his work, staying ready, being prepared, and then taking advantage of an opportunity.
And Bubba, has that the back issue has he been dealing with that for a while and just kind of stiffened up today, or how did that go?
No, it came on late today.
Okay. And the only thing I want to touch on too is we were talking about Jake Junis earlier, and him in shorter stints, and that's exactly what you were hoping for, right?
Yeah, I don't know how you could ask for any more than that. He came in, did a nice job of using the fastball, but you could see the slider it's an exceptional pitch, and for him to be able to use it in a short stint to where they only get so many looks at it. Guys are going to struggle with it if he executes, and he was executing today and had good life on the fastball, and he walked off with a smile. It was good to see he and Monty both back on the mound today.
Hey Mike, I just want to double check here. So did you have some of the guys here at the ballpark doing stuff, like some of the guys doing early work that were like 40-man guys? Or
yeah, so this is per MLB. We had to submit a 40-man roster it's a 40-man postseason roster that doesn't necessarily have to align with the actual 40-man, but you have to declare, we had to declare by Sunday who would be on our potential list as 40 people to play in the postseason. And once we made that declaration, those guys that are part of that weren't here, they no longer could work at the other spot. They're going to come here and do their work for the remainder of the season. And so we get them out early. That started today. Today's the first day we were able to do it. The first time we'd seen Franchy, and we had a few of the other guys as well. And like I said, it was just good timing. And also, watching him go out there and do his work and fielding the balls in the outfield. And this is happening at 1:00. But they all came in, got their work, and we actually had Junis and Montgomery both lined up to throw lives today. And we just had to do a quick pivot. And fortunately, the work that they've done over at the secondary site, Franchy had a lot of work done out in Arizona. Jesus Azuaje really getting his swing into a place where we were just excited to see it, and it worked out.
Hey, Mike, probably a better question for Pedro, but, I mean, what did he see that was like, okay, let's just give him a shot here?
Yeah, so I was back and forth doing some media. I watched one round that looked good, but apparently, he just put on a show. And the ball was jumping. It looked different. And we saw him not healthy. He was fighting the thing with his hand, which was a real deal. Had to have the procedure done. And you love it when the coaches around you are just kind of always thinking, what next? What might we be able to do? And Pedro's got great instincts, but he saw him. He put on a show in BP. I mean, he's putting balls way up in the fountains, and once again, just making sure that we're thinking everything through. Unfortunately, enough time had passed to where he had been eligible to come off, and then he just took over.
Everybody good?
So just one more question. You guys won your first rubber game of the season. I think it was lost the last 6. Is that
Man,
what's that?
go ahead.
Everybody's in such good mood, Pete.
Yeah, we were going in such a positive direction. Holy cow.
No, this is positive. You
Okay.
won. I mean, it's good to break a streak like that, isn't it?
Well, I had no idea, but yeah, I guess so. But once again, we try and we're thinking of winning every game. But there's something to be said what you're talking about, being a winning series, and if we want to have the kind of sustained success that we believe that we can have, you're going to have to win series. But sometimes you walk into game one thinking about winning series, you're too far ahead of yourself. You just got to play today's game. And was not aware of that fact, but yeah, no better time than right now to get that figured out.